Okay. Hello. Hey. I don't know. Let's just start. Minasan, konnichiwa. 始まったね。みのりかわ。音だけ。Okay. Time chart. There. So I have this Osawa and Tama. I wonder if I can do Tama. Minoru Kawa. I wonder if I can change it. Let's see. No, I better not drink the stuff. It's not even particularly appetizing. No, I'd better not drink this stuff. It's not even particularly appetizing. Judy twists off the cap. Bottoms up, she declares, and proceeds to noisily gulp her bottle down. It doesn't seem like she minds it. Maybe it's actually pretty tasty after all? Huh? Aren't you gonna have some too? Mr. Yanagishita flashes me a look. I guess I might as well try just a little bit. I stick the bottle of burning hammer into my mascot head mouth. It has an unexpected smell like curry. Getting my own lips around the mouth of the bottle, I gulp down the liquid inside. Huh? It doesn't taste like anything. A handful of seconds go by. What the heck? It feels like a firecracker just exploded inside my mouth. Now it's spicy. Way too spicy. It's like I just swallowed a chili pepper coated in curry powder. Before I know it, I'm sweating bullets. Well, you sweating? Mr. Yanagishita asks. Like a whole lot you are, aren't ya? Why does he sound so happy about that? That's right. There's the magic of burning hammer at work. Judy and I are at a loss for words. Burning hammer. Drink all you want and just burn those pounds away. How's that sound? Good, huh? This is just so stupid spicy it makes you sweat, Judy blurts out. Blunt and to the point. I approve. Yeah? Well, I guess you're right, Yanagishita says. He hangs his head. What is in this stuff? I ask. I can still feel my tongue tingling. Heck, my body's almost too numb to move. I'm so shocked I even forget to get properly angry. So, it's this health food product that's got imported from America a few years back, Yanagishita explains. But the import agency went out of business not long after and couldn't move the merch. So I bought up the whole lot. Everything they had in their storehouse. Spent all the money I had on it. Judy arches an eyebrow. How much did it cost you? She asks. 1 million yen for 300 bottles. I can scarcely believe my ears. 300 bottles at 1 million yen for the lot. That's roughly 3,333 yen a piece. Each one of these teensy little bottles costs over 3,000 yen. You got ripped off, man, Judy says. You really think so? Huh, yeah, you're probably right. He hangs his head even more despondently. This is the sort of thing they sell in a 100 yen shop or something. Ouch. Judy moving in for the kill. 100 yen shops? Really? Mr. Yanagishita lets out the heaviest of sighs. I'm starting to feel pretty bad for the guy, actually. Don't let it get you down, sir, I say, hoping to comfort him. But Mr. Yanagishita just lets out a sob-choked sigh. I try again. It'll be okay. Whether or not it helps you lose weight, it is spicy and it does make you sweat. I'm not sure I follow, Chiri says. How much you selling these bottles for, boss? 15,000 yen per bottle. Yeesh. Selling all 300 bottles would yield proceeds of 4.5 million yen after deducting expenses such as the cost of product, rental fee for the venue, pay for the part-timers, and printing flyers. This yields a net profit of roughly 2.5 million yen. It's doubtful that anyone would pay 15,000 yen for a single small bottle, but you never know. There could be a few housewives or young women out there who'd fork out that much in the name of weight loss, a terrifying thought. What? GD's jaw practically hits the floor. Mine does the same. No way. Nuh-uh. No freaking way. Calling that price point absurd wouldn't begin to do it justice. Well, look, selling at that price is my only option. I need to cover my costs. Anyway, please, I need you both to work your hardest. Apparently, he's committed to this insane course of action. Okay, Chidi replies. It's more like a sigh than a proper response, but I can't blame her. As for me, okay, I can't even find the words. I'm so flabbergasted. Just sit there and don't speak up. Isn't this just a scam, sir? I can't even find the words. I'm so flabbergasted. Hey, I tried to murmur. Sorry, what was your name again? He interjects. Oh, right. I'm Tama. Why are you still wearing your costume? I stumbled my way through an explanation. Look at the way they're sitting. Oh, look at Tama. Wow, so then are you going to do the sales demo like that? Well, if I can't take the mascot costume off, I don't have much of a choice, do I? No, that won't do at all. I hired you to be a model. If you're wearing that thing, then what's the point? I'm at a loss for words. The point is exactly what he's missing. It's not like I'm wearing this getup because I want to. How about we just cut it off for you, Chiyoda says with a big grin. She pulls a massive pair of scissors out of her bag. The blades make an unsettling snip-snip sound as she waggles them in my face. Whoa, you can't do that, Yanagishita exclaims. That suits a rental. I don't want to have to reimburse them for the thing. Well then, what am I supposed to do? I asked. He looked at me uncertainly. Maybe you can have someone from the rental place come down, Judy suggests, before helping herself to the rest of my lunch. Oh, hey, good idea, Yanagishita says. He seems to be making an effort to calm himself down at least. Just try to grin and bear it until then, Tama. Well, I guess that's that then. I'm sure we'll get it off eventually, I say. Hopefully before the demo. That's the spirit. I really need you to be my model. A model, huh? It's flattering, but I can't help but wonder, why would I be any good at that? Well, this is no time to be timid. I need that money no matter what. My troubles all started earlier this morning. I was at a knick-knack shop on Center Guy. I'd happened to pass by and I spotted a red necklace on display in the storefront. And I got this weird sensation when I saw it. You could maybe call it deja vu, something like that. It was as if I'd been drawn to it somehow. This was mine. I was sure of it. I wanted it. No, I needed to make it mine. As soon as I possibly could, and that's how strong the feeling was. The price was 40,000 yen. I checked my wallet repeatedly, but I only had 20,000 on me. Nonetheless, I needed to have it. There was just one question. How? Somehow, I managed to drag myself away from the shop. Just a few minutes later, I ran into Mr. Yanagishita. Hey! A voice said out of nowhere. If you want, I can pay you 10,000 for a day's work. I found myself staring at this frumpy middle-aged man who was handing me his business card. Managing Director, Junichi Yanagishita, Yamato Health Food Company, LTD. I'm in a real bind here. Need some extra help. Would you mind coming with me? I'm begging you, just one day. He seemed pretty sketchy. As much as I needed money for that necklace, I wasn't going anywhere with some random weirdo. I ignored him and tried to walk off. Please, please. Yanagishita grabbed me by the hand. Watch it, pal, I snapped. Hands off or I'll start shouting for help. Please, it's not like that. Just hear me out. Look, I'm in a hurry. Please, please. Knock it off. I spun forcefully away from him, yanking my hand from his grip. Oof! Yanagishita whirled through the air and fell into the bushes. Look at his face. Whoa, where'd that come from? He gasped. His eyes were wide as saucers. You were a martial artist or something? No, I think that was just a fluke. The truth was, I was surprised myself at how well I put off that escape move. Ah, okay then. Look, I'm sorry. Can you give me a hand? No way. No, I mean, give me your hand. My hip's killing me here. I guess the least I could do was help the guy get to his feet. Look, why are you hounding me so much? Please don't be angry. The moment I saw you, I just felt it. You're the only person who can possibly do this job for me. I let out a sigh, but my interest was admittedly piqued. What kind of job? I need a sales rep for a health supplement. I want you to do PR as a dieting success story for my product. Just look at you. You have the body of an actress. Sales are gonna go through the roof. Well, it was hard to feel too offended when he told me that. The job didn't seem as fishy as I'd initially suspected. Alright, maybe I'm interested, I said. There's just one thing. Yeah, whatever it is, I'm sure I can handle it. I need 20,000 yen as soon as possible. So if the day only pays 10,000, alright then. If you can sell 100 bottles at our sales event, I'll throw in another 10,000 as a bonus. How's that sound? I certainly couldn't think of any other way I was going to earn 20,000 yen in a single day. This might be exactly the break I needed. You've got a deal. You have my services for the day, I said, bowing my head. Yes! Yanagishita jumped for joy. What about your hip? Huh? Oh yeah, it's better now. All better. Fix this up. Just now. Yanagishita bowed deeply as I gave her a dubious look. Look, I'm sorry, he added hurriedly. I wasn't trying to pull a fast one on you, honest. I was just scouting for talent and I saw you and well, was trusting this guy really the best idea? I was starting to worry, just a little, about whether he'd actually pay up. Look, I've staked everything on this sales demo later today, he went on. This is the make or break opportunity of a lifetime. Sure. I'll be honest with you. I'm in a ton of debt. 2 million yen. 2 million. Yanagishita's tone had taken on a feverish intensity. If I don't pay it back by the end of the day, then boy howdy am I up the creek without a paddle. How did you even get into a situation like that? I asked. He gazed skyward, a far-off look in his eyes. Because even if he knows he has no chance of winning, sometimes a man just has to stand and fight. But I guess a girl like you wouldn't understand. He laughed and smiled at his own words, but he was right. I sure as heck didn't understand in the slightest. Anyway, real quick, could you just put this on? Mr. Yanagishita briskly rummaged through his binder, then thrust a cat costume out towards me. What? Here? Yeah, before the sales event. You gotta hand out some samples. The burning hammer in the sample bottles is cut 10 parts with 10 part to 1 with water. Even so, it is intensely spicy, and drinking it on an empty stomach is sure to cause gastrointestinal distress, or even make the drinker black out. It's hard to believe that a sample of something so dangerous would win over any customers. But you never know. There could be some housewives or young women out there who'd accept such a risk in the name of weight loss. Another terrifying thought. The job's already started, you know. And with that, Mr. Yanagishita went about getting me into the mascot suit. Looking back on it, it was pretty ridiculous. It was a pretty ridiculous turn of events. Still, if I was going to get my hands on that necklace, I had to take the chance that this job would pay out. I doubt we're going to be able to sell a single bottle of this crap, Judy whispers in my ear. I'll just have to do the best I can, I say. I say it more to myself than to anyone else. Once again, I ask myself, why am I in such a rush to get this necklace anyway? I honestly don't know. It's the strangest thing. I try my hardest to think of a reason, but all I get is a dull aching throb in the back of my head. It's the same pain I felt earlier, as if I've gotten a good bonk on the head or something. Yeah, to be continued. Again? Sheesh. I guess I have to do Osawa. Yeah. ちょっと待って。Hold on. Hold on real quick. Alright. We have the possibilities of scary pictures. Osawa Tanaka. Maybe I can go before here, maybe? I shows up. Hey, yes, come in. Yes, come in. I stepped into the study, the room filled with the scent of her perfume. Have you reconsidered the whole America thing? She asked. This again? Osawa thought sullenly to himself. Please, he said. Can we not discuss this right now? If not now, then when? You know this isn't a decision to make on your own. To just make on your own. Okay. On his latest business trip, a major American pharmaceutical firm had attempted to headhunt him, asking him to join them and be among the top researchers in the world. The money and prestige held no interest for him, and he was reluctant to turn his back on Okoshi Pharmaceutical after his many years of service. Nonetheless, he was intrigued by the offer. It would mean the chance to conduct his virus research in a much better funded environment. Taking the job would necessitate relocating to the U.S., however. When he mentioned the possibility of emigrating to Ai, she shot the idea down on the spot. Her opposition was understandable. Ai's father, Suguru Makino, was a member of Okoshi Pharmaceutical's board of directors. No way was he going to let Osawa jump ship to another company. Darling, please. I drew in closer to him. Think about it from my perspective. If you leave for America, what am I supposed to tell my father? He'd gotten so used to it, that grating whine of hers. Have you considered what might happen to Okoshi if you leave there? We can discuss that once all this is finished. Osawa kept his voice as level as he could. You do remember that you're a director, right? I said. You have responsibilities. Stop thinking about yourself so much. With a sour look, I turned and departed. Well, he had known that moving to America would never be as simple a matter, regardless of what his wife thought about it. There was another reason, however, the antiviral agent that he had developed at Okoshi. After the Ua virus was discovered, infectious disease research facilities worldwide had thrown themselves into a top-secret effort to develop a vaccine. But Makino had ordered Osawa to work on creating an antiviral agent and not a vaccine. A vaccine immunized the subject in order to prevent infection in the first place. Conversely, an antiviral agent could be used to treat patients already infected. This was a so-called wonder drug for combating the virus itself. Creating such a drug was far easier said than done. Developing the antiviral had been a long, arduous road. Only after years of research had Osawa's team succeeded in identifying a substance that might qualify as an antiviral agent for Ua. In theory, if it was administered during the virus's initial stages, 100% recovery could be attained. Data also suggested an 80% survival rate for patients treated shortly after the onset of symptoms. But there was a fatal flaw with the new antiviral agent. The side effects on the body were unusually potent. If it was administered in amounts beyond a certain threshold, it was linked to life-threatening complications. For a time, the research was at an impasse. It had seen that the drug had to be administered in high volume to combat the explosive propagation of the Ua virus. But then, Osawa had received some fortuitous news. Okashi Pharmaceuticals' nanotechnology branch that had engineered a cutting-edge device known as the DDS. Osawa had jumped on it immediately. By administering his antiviral with the nanotech DDS, he was able to use smaller amounts of the drug to quash the Ua virus with precision. The procedure was a huge success. There was a marked increase in the drug's efficacy, along with the expected decrease in adverse side effects. The effects had been confirmed via animal testing on monkeys, and now the antiviral was ready for the final development stages, clinical trials on humans. But the very existence of this new wonder drug was still a secret. No doubt Okashi's leader would be reluctant to see Osawa, the drug's lead researcher, transferred to another company. Still, it wasn't completely outside the realm of possibility. Once the antiviral was out of development and announced to the public, Osawa would be free and clear. For that very reason, he was loath to cause any friction over the drug right now. This anxiety only magnified his concern about the email he'd just received. Osawa called up Tanaka over the intercom. There's something I want to show you. Could you come in here? He needed a second opinion, and Tanaka could be relied upon. I'm gonna have to look at these scary pictures. Osawa opened the door at the moment Tanaka knocked. He looked around before ushering his vice director inside. What's this about, sir? Oh, Lord. Okay. This. Osawa showed him one of the images. Tanaka's face went pale. Yeah. Oh, Lord Jesus. You can't be. Tanaka clearly recognized the symptoms of the Ua virus. Any idea what this is about? Osawa asked. No, sir. These images were just emailed to me. The subject line says 1 year ago, South Africa. That would put it around the same time as the most recent run of infections witnessed, sir. But that information isn't. Tanaka trailed off, and Osawa nodded. Safe. The thing I don't understand is why these pictures were sent to me. Osawa opened the other email from A. The second message I got says that these pictures are my crimes. I'll look into this on my end, sir, Tanaka said. He hesitated uncomfortably. Sir, just to make sure, are you asking about what I think you're asking about? Osawa said. Tanaka gave a slight nod. Understood, Osawa said. Don't worry. I won't trouble you. I appreciate that, sir. Visibly relieved, Tanaka left the study. What am I supposed to do? This is the end, isn't it? Osawa brought up a folder marked UA virus on his screen. Within the folder were enlarged images of the virus itself. He double-clicked one of the images. It blew up on the monitor to reveal the pathogen in intricate detail. A specimen of the UA virus was approximately 100 nanometers in diameter. 10,000 of them in line would take up barely a millimeter. But a single tiny variant, upon entering the human body, could become 2,000 in an hour. That speed of multiplication was nothing short of astonishing. Even the Ebola virus had a typical incubation period of 7 days or so before infectees developed symptoms. For influenza, it was 1 or 2, but the onset of the UA virus happened in a mere 12 hours. Osawa viewed an image slideshow of the virus's propagation mechanism. It was a fascinating sight, no matter how many times he looked at it. Viruses existed to multiply, nothing more. They had no motives, no driving logic, nothing but simple multiplication. To Osawa, that fact held a certain air of mystery. If viruses had emotions, how would they feel about their lives? He had thrown himself into virus research in search of answers to questions like that, answers that no man could ever truly know. His development of the antiviral agent had been really nothing more than another job responsibility. He felt no particular sense of duty to protect people from a killer virus. He was just happy for the chance to play around with UA day after day. Another email arrived in his inbox. The sender, A. The subject line, 1 year ago. South Africa. Again. Osawa read the message. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, I gotta prepare myself. Okay, it's gonna be scary ghosts. Scary images. Do not look away. These are your crimes. Oh god. This time, there were 4 images attached. Osawa proceeded to open each of them in turn. Oh god, please don't show, please don't show. The first shocked Osawa so much that he felt like he'd been punched in the head. One of the UA patients from the earlier images was being injected with something. No, Osawa muttered to himself. It can't be. The second image showed one of the infected hunched over in pain, vomiting up blood. The symptoms had already manifested, but Osawa thought he could see that some degree of life had come back to the patient's eyes. He rushed to open the third image. Oh Lord Jesus. Oh God, that was scary. Oh God, please don't show this picture. Please don't show this picture. Jesus Christ. It showed a morgue piled high with corpses. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. The rictus of anguish on the dead faces made them look no longer human. Various fluids seeped from the eyes and nostrils. The lymph nodes were grotesquely swollen. Small organs that function as a part of the lymphatic system in mammals. When a foreign substance invades the body, the lymph nodes detect it, prompting the production of white blood cells such as lymphocytes and macrophages to consume the invader. A viral infection sometimes causes the lymph nodes to swell up as a result of increased activity. Oh God, I hope they don't show this picture. There were hospital beds stained with massive amounts of blood and gastric fluid. Oh God, please don't show, please don't show, please don't show. Next came the fourth and final image. Oh Lord Jesus, 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 oh Lord Jesus. I have my hand in front of the screen. More corpses. They had badges affixed to their chests with various labels. 6 hours passed, 12 hours passed, and 18 hours passed. It looked as if someone had been attempting live trials with the antiviral agents. Osawa didn't consider the antiviral agents ready for release, but that was because his team hadn't conducted clinical trials on humans yet. And there was a good reason why such trials hadn't been conducted. There was no way to test the efficacy of the drug without an infected patient. To run a proper clinical trial, someone would first need to be infected with the UA virus. No matter how effective animal testing had been, if the drug proved ineffective on humans, that person would have a guaranteed death sentence. It was unthinkable to run trials that involved such a deadly risk. And yet, as he looked over the images again and again, Osawa became certain. Without his knowledge, someone, presumably someone from Okoshi Pharmaceutical, had conducted human testing with the antiviral agent. The time markers on the corpses in the fourth image were surely there to mark the time elapsed since the onset of the symptoms. A thorough trial would test the drug's effectiveness in those time frames. Oh God, Jesus Christ, that was so scary. Osawa slammed his fist on the desk, enraged. This was nothing short of vile human experimentation in the guise of clinical testing. The people responsible could not be allowed to get away with this. There was only one person Osawa could trust to keep this under wraps, his boss, Makino. He reached for his phone to call Makino, but he stopped short as soon as he picked up the receiver. He knew he was in no state of mind to have a calm, reasoned conversation right now. Turning to the CD player, he put on Aya Kamiki's latest album. Leaning back in his chair, he surrendered himself to her soothing tones. Bit by bit, he could feel himself returning to a calmer emotional state. There had been a time when Osawa hadn't listened to music at all. In fact, he had no interest in the arts in general, music, painting, cinema. It was only due to a simple coincidence that he had found Aya Kamiki. His daughter had asked for a CD as a birthday present, so he swung by the store to pick one up. Since Kamiki's new album had just come out, there was a display for it in the front of the shop. Something about the bright, colorful album packaging had drawn him in. After a time, Osawa could feel himself growing calmer. He took a nice deep breath. Then he dialed up Makino. He closed his eyes and tried to banish his nerves completely. I think I have to call someone. He took a nice deep breath and then he dialed up Makino. Has there been any progress? Makino asked as soon as he picked up. His voice was somber. No, Osawa said. Nothing much yet. A tiny sigh came in from the other end of the line. I see. Then what can I do for you? Sir, I'll just get right to the point. Have you conducted clinical trials using the antiviral drug? Makino didn't respond right away. What makes you think that? He asked at last. Osawa described the emails he'd received. When he'd finished, Makino let out his breath in surprise. Not over the phone, he said. We'll discuss this in person. I'll head over to your place when I'm done here. As soon as possible, sir. As soon as I can manage, Makino said. You're not the only person who's busy. With that, Makino hung up. There was no doubt about it then. There had been some human testing. Osawa went to let Tanaka know he'd be meeting with Makino. Mr. Osawa, are you going somewhere? Oh my god, it's creepy looking. Oh, is he gonna kill me? Is he gonna kill me? Is he gonna kill me? A stolid-looking man stood in the hallway, almost as if he'd been waiting for Osawa to emerge. Uh-oh, he's definitely gonna kill me. It was Yoshio Kajiwara, one of the detectives from the Shibuya precinct. A detective with the Shibuya precinct's criminal investigation division. He is sociable but awkward, and despite his reserved personality, he can be quite unsettling. His colleagues at the precinct refer to him by nicknames such as Japanese Columbo and Little Ken Takakura, given his own quirky demeanor as a detective. He struck Osawa as a bit too soft-spoken and meek for a detective, really, and his treatment of the kidnapping case gave an impression of flighty detachment that made him seem rather undependable. No, not really. Have there been any developments, detective? Kajiwara shook his head quietly. I'm sorry, sir. I'm not really sure what to tell you. Kajiwara then slipped a hand into his suit pocket. He pulled out a banana, a highly nutritious fruit belonging to the family genus Musa, I don't know. Because they contain a variety of different carbohydrates, bananas can provide long-lasting energy and are optimal energy source when exercising. The famous slipperiness of banana peels is due to the oils in the inner part of their skin. But even if all of the oils were removed, slapstick comedians would still probably slip on them anyway. Are you hungry? These are good for when you're tired. I'm fine, thanks, Osawa said. Kajiwara seemed to lack a detective's sense of situational awareness. Just being around him got on Osawa's nerves. Well, sir, I need you to come with me, the detective said, if you don't mind. He took Osawa by the arm. Nande? As Kajiwara hurried him towards the living room, Osawa could hear other detectives talking on the other side of the door. He's working at a time like this? Seriously? Sheesh, I do not get rich people and their priorities. Yeah, I feel bad for his daughter. Her dad's a real piece of work. Nice. They were bad-mouthing him in his own house. Oh, I'm really sorry about all that, Kajiwara said, pausing in embarrassment. Osawa pushed past him and opened the door. A number of police detectives had holed up in the living room. They went suddenly silent as Osawa entered. So tell me, he said sarcastically, would you rather I stay here weeping as I watch this disaster unfold? The detectives winced and grimaced. Forgive me for not being a perfect father, he added, his hostility building. Kajiwara stepped forward to intervene before things got out of hand. Go out of hand. Now, let's not be touchy. I am not being touchy, Osawa snapped. But if he knew full well that he was. These guys had the time to sit around backbiting him, but not to go out and bring Maria to safety. Already close to half a day had gone by without any news developments. The ransom demand had come in the previous night at 8 o'clock. Maria had been abducted roughly an hour before. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., by Hachiko in Shibuya, have the sister Hitomi bring 50 million yen. If not, the girl's life is forfeit. The kidnapper called only once, so the police were unable to run a trace. I'll do it, Hitomi said. Anything for my sister. She didn't hesitate in the slightest at the suggestion that she make the ransom handoff. Osawa was staunchly opposed to the idea, but the police were of the opinion that it was better to acquiesce to the kidnapper's demands. Ai's reaction, on the other hand, baffled nearly everyone. We don't have 50 million just lying around. Are the police going to be putting that together for us? Kajiwara stepped in to reassure her. If it comes down to it, the police will be able to help raise the money. Okay, go ahead then, do it. We need you to pay it back afterwards, though, of course. Well, then what's the point of that? Ai's voice spiked up to a piercing shriek. Calm down, Osawa told her. You're making a scene. Ai turned away in a huff. It's all right, Detective, Osawa continued. I'll talk to the bank first thing tomorrow morning and figure something out. At that, Ai stormed out of the room. Kajiwara bowed his head several times in apology. As soon as Tomi has made contact, we'll apprehend the suspect and take things from there. What? Hold on. Won't that put Maria in danger? If we let the kidnapper get away with their money, we have no proof that he will return the hostage safely afterwards. There was a certain logic there Osawa had to concede. I see, he said. So you're saying that catching this guy will be easier for you if he keeps my daughter hostage? No, that's not what I was implying at all. Kajiwara wiped the sweat off his brow and bowed profusely. At least, I promise we'll get your daughter back safe and sound, Mr. Osawa. Obviously, there was nothing to be gained from further challenging the detectives. Alright then, I'll let the police do their job. Osawa bowed even lower than Kajiwara had. How long are you going to just loaf around? Ai shrieked as she stormed into the room. Hurry up and arrest this guy! She was becoming increasingly hysterical. An hour had passed since the suspect had taken the money, and yet the police had made no effort to apprehend him. The police apparently had a rule against discussing an operation before it was fully resolved, and so the Osawas had been left in the dark. But they had overheard the task force talking over the wireless, and it appeared that they were deliberately letting the suspect roam free. Hey, Ai snapped again. If he gets away with our money, you are going to reimburse us, right? Osawa scowled. She made it sound like the money was more important than Maria's life. The detectives exchanged uneasy glances. Osawa tried at his wife. It's only money, it doesn't matter. Osawa said nothing. What am I supposed to do here? He has to say something. Osawa chided at his wife. It's only money. It doesn't matter. Only money? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how much we're talking about here? The ferocity in her voice left him with no response. He should have known better to expect her to make sacrifices for his daughters. By now he was accustomed to Ai's coldness towards the two girls. The twins were Osawa's daughters from his first wife, who'd passed away 15 years. Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. Ai had no blood ties to Maria or Hitomi herself. Well, Ai continued, are the police going to reimburse us or not? She glared pointedly at Kajiwara. Well, right now we're focused on making sure Maria is safe. I stormed up to him, shouting right in his face. Stop dodging the question. Answer me. Yes, of course, Kajiwara squeaked. Maybe, would you like something to eat to help calm you down? To help you calm down. He held out a banana. I smacked it out of his hand. Oh dear, what a waste. Kajiwara scrambled to retrieve the fruit from the floor. Osawa went over to Tanaka and whispered into his ear, I'm going to meet with Mr. Makino. Tanaka nodded silently. Turning, Osawa saw Kajiwara looking in their direction. They made eye contact, but Osawa quickly looked away and strolled out of the living room. Kajiwara followed after him. Excuse me, Mr. Osawa. Yes, what is it? The detective fussed sheepishly with his hair and forced a smile. Sir, we'd appreciate it if you could remain in the living room as much as possible. Osawa was in no mood to stand on propriety. Look, I've got a ton of work to do, he said. Are you here to tell me to play the role of the grieving father, too? No, not at all. Personally, I happen to think you're an admirable father, Mr. Osawa. Admirable. Did the word have a ring of sarcasm? This music, what's this music? He had no way to tell if Kajiwara was being forthright with him or not. You're no ordinary fellow, Mr. Osawa. You're a genius. A genius? Me? Osawa made a skeptical noise. Am I mistaken, sir? You've made very important strides in the field of virus research, or well, so I've been told. Osawa wasn't sure how to respond. He had never considered himself a genius. He was just someone who was more interested in viruses than he was in other people. Everyone who is a genius is also a little bit odd after all, Kajiwara went on. Probably he'd intended that as a compliment, but still. I mean, there's nothing wrong with weirdos, so as long as they leave us ordinary folks alone, you know? Is this guy trying to praise me or insult me? Osawa let out a heavy sigh. Genius, weirdo. What did it even matter? So as long as he could be left to his work, he didn't care one whit how he looked in other people's eyes. Kajiwara wiped the sweat off his forehead with a handkerchief. But by the way, what are you working on right now? He asked. I'm afraid you wouldn't understand even if I explained it to you, Osawa replied. Right, precisely. Even if I gave it my full attention, it would still be beyond me. He peered with sudden intensity at Osawa's face. I'd appreciate it if you didn't hide things from me, sir, he said. Osawa gaped, at a loss for words. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kajiwara added hurriedly. Goodness, that made me sound like I'm accusing you of hiding something, didn't it? The detective bowed his head repeatedly. I hope you forgive me. He held out the banana. That won't be necessary. How about this then? This time he pulled out a bar of chocolate from his pocket. No, thank you. Did this guy just carry an endless food supply wherever he went? Oh my, Kajiwara murmured. You geniuses really are tough to sort out. He inclined his head, mumbling to himself for a moment. What can I get for you then, sir? What I'd really like is some time by myself. In the days of exasperation, Osawa felt his way to his study. Locking the door, he finally let out the breath he'd been holding, and his eyes alighted on the bookshelf against the wall. He pulled out a photo album and began to flip through it. There were pictures of his daughter's grade school enrollment ceremony. Their mother had already passed from illness, so Osawa had taken the girls himself. Aw, that's so sad. He remembered that, after the ceremony, Hitomi had come down with a fever. Hitomi had been rather sickly as a girl, falling bedridden at the drop of a hat. Maria, by contrast, had been lively and energetic, quite the handful. Osawa had found it remarkable that their personalities could be so different despite them being twins. He flipped further into the album. There was a picture of the three of them at their grade school graduation. Maria was looking away from the camera. Osawa felt like someone had stabbed a dagger in his heart. His daughters, or virology, which truly concerned him more? Which did he truly love? It was ridiculous to try to compare the two. He'd known the answer before he'd even asked himself. Even so, human emotions were complicated, and sometimes made people act inconsistently. One of the consequences of that was this photo album. This was the last photo he had of Maria. He searched and searched through the rest of the album, but she was nowhere else to be found. Yabai! All of them are to be continued. Nah? What am I supposed to do? If they're all to be continued? Once she's dead, you'll understand. That's right. Where's this background? Buddy, you're a weirdo. Oh, okay. Gills and Iris, 1 minute thing. Please keep this impossible. Oh, this happens after every hour. Oh, okay. After I go through every hour with everyone. I guess. I don't know. Do I have to save or does it save automatically? I forgot. Hold on. Yeah. Mate. What is it? Okay, she's only been about 20 minutes, so I guess I can go a little bit further. Just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit more. Okay, I want to start with let's do Tama, Neko-chan. In 1 hour, the Burning Hammer Cells demo will begin. Chidi is laying out the assortment of snacks that we'll have on hand. Hey, Tama, you hungry? Why, yes I am. I mean, that should be pretty obvious at this point. All I've had since putting on this stupid mascot costume is some burning hammer and a bunch of iced tea. Hey now, Chidi shoots back. What's with the attitude? Chidi, you do remember that you ate my lunch, right? The sticker said it was best before noon. You just made that up. Yeah. Chidi chortles merrily and chugs some more iced tea. Okay, folks, Mr. Yanagishita calls out as he slips into the room. Lunch break's over. Back to work. I don't feel like I've had much of a break. If anything, I'm even more mentally exhausted than I was before. There's a box full of Anagochi toys in a storeroom on the 3rd floor. Mind bringing those down? Anagochi, I asked. What's that? The name makes it sound like some sort of product knockoff. Mr. Yanagishita's face widens in surprise. You've never heard of them? You know Anagochi is a digital pet game where you raise an eel that lives in Tokyo Bay. So cute! Anagochi. Gochi. A portable electronic game in which you raise a conger eel, Anago, feeding it daily and clearing away feces. Depending how you raise your eel, it can wind up developing into various forms, from a normal eel to ultimate eel sushi. You can also use the infrared communication feature to bring over friends of your eel from another nearby Anagochi device. There's also a sister product, Trout Watch. By connecting the two, you can view a special event where the eel and trout characters go to a pub together. No way. Uso. Never heard of it, I said. Oh, well, I guess maybe a lot of people in Japan haven't heard of it yet. It's all the rage right now with youngsters over in NYC. NYC? Oh, he must mean New York City. It's popular in New York? Really? Anyway, I did some quick checking and that's what I learned. So last month I brought a whole bunch of them. And once again, you were swindled. Yep. Ouch. Chidi dropping the hard truth. Mr. Yanagishi lets out a pathetic whimper. He's so ugly. No! Just like that, his confidence evaporates. He starts muttering to himself. I thought it sounded a little fishy, really. I mean, think about it. Why would kids in New York be interested in raising eels from Tokyo Bay, he muses. And what appeal would an eel character even have anyway? None, that's what. I should have known that. I did know that. Then why did you buy them? This farce is getting tiresome. Anyway, Yanagishi continues. It was going to cost way too much to keep them in storage, so I was just going to let the recycling guy take them. He hangs his head in shame. In a matter of moments, his borderline catatonic. The type of eel that gives Anagochi its name, Anago, can be loosely translated as the creature that lives in a hole. Mr. Yanagishi is probably wishing he could crawl into a hole right about now. Okay. Chidi, on the other hand, flashes a big, bright grin. Still, you know, eel's pretty delicious. Oh, Chidi, Yanagishi blurts. Thank you. He claps her hand in gratitude. I wasn't exactly complimenting you there, boss. It's the same thing. There's a little bit of me in each of my products. Anagochi and I are one and the same. A brief Anagochi gameplay clip. The trick is to feed your eel proper food and give it proper exercise. Another important strategy tip is to make sure to obtain the sharp chef's knife when you visit Kappabashi Kitchen Town part way through the game. Is this for real? It looks for real, but I don't know. Wow. That's mean. Which is to say, eels and I are one and the same. Go on then. Say something nice about eels. Chidi chimes right in without missing a beat. Eels are awesome. When it comes to eel sushi, 100 pieces barely whets my appetite. You know, these two make quite a pair. That really means a lot to me, Chidi. Thank you, thank you. I don't understand what any of this is about, but if it helps mend Mr. Yanagishi's wound experience, I guess I can't complain. I leave them to their devices and head for the storeroom. Oh. I know what happens here. I think, yeah. I know what happens here, so unfortunately I'm not going to get started. The storeroom door opens with a rough grating sound. I think it's here. Okay, now where's the light switch? I fumble around in the dark, feeling for the switch box. My costume paws mute the sensations in my hand enough that even finding that is difficult. I bat at the wall willy-nilly until eventually the lights come on. Apparently I found the switch even if I didn't feel it. Whoa. What the heck is this? The storeroom is practically overflowing with shoddy goods. A painting that looks like a child's scribblings, an oddly shaped hat bearing the words "grow to" and "just guaranteed," a cheap-looking pendant with a tag that says it's set with a miracle stone. These stones are nothing more than simple glass beads that were purchased at 5,000 yen apiece. The seller claimed normally these sell for 10,000 a pop, but if you buy 100 of them, I'll give you half off. At which the buyer declared, "It really is a miracle," before joyfully agreeing to the purchase. The fact that someone like Yanagishi actually exists to buy these things is also kind of a miracle. It's like this is the knockoff boneyard where cheap products go to die. They break away from their pathetic herd, knowing their time has come, and end up in this graveyard of a storeroom. Let's see. Anagochi. I quickly spy the cardboard box I'm looking for. Then I catch a sight of a dark silhouette out of the corner of my eye. Eek! I yelp. It's one of them. Yabai, yabai, yabai. Black, flat, quick, long antennae, often spotted in kitchens. Sometimes, somehow, their legs wind up in the restaurant food. Ew! Gross. The size, the speed, the dark shape, it couldn't be anything else. It peers back at me from the shadow of the Anagachi box. The faint light catching the luster of his carapace? I don't know what that means. It looks ready to leap out at me at any moment. Ew! I need to act fast. I challenge it to single combat. That's hilarious. I snatch up the cardboard box and make a run for it. Oh Lord Jesus. I challenge it to single combat. It's hilarious. I snatch out the cardboard box and make a run. Oh God. Run away, run away, run away. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Snatch it, run away. I snatch up the cardboard box and make a run for it. Then. Phew, I made it. When I get back to the break room, Mr. Yanagishita is still clutching Chiri's hands. And eel's super tasty when you salt broil it too. Thank you. But tempura style is probably the best. Thank you. Well, Mr. Yanagishita's spirits have certainly turned around. Okay, got it. I hold out the big cardboard box. Excellent! Thank you. You girls are the greatest, Yanagishita shouts. His voice resounds with gratitude. Oh Lord. Hey, that's it. I just got an amazing idea. Why don't the three of us start our own company? Damn it. I'll pass. Chiri and I responded in unison. Look at Tama's hand doing it. Aw, so cute. Me and you two shot that one quick. Well, for today, let's just focus on selling burning hammer. By the way, I asked, where is the burning hammer? There wasn't any in the storeroom, and I don't see any here either. Oh, that's right. It's out back on the loading dock. We should probably go bring it in. Oh, and bring the Anagochi with you. The recycling guy is gonna be showing up soon. Come on, let's go. Chiri and I follow Yanagishita out of the loading dock. Out to the loading dock. Huh? Inai! But the loading dock, it turns out, is empty. Ding ding. There's no sign of the burning hammer anywhere. It's gone. Mr. Yanagishita murmurs. Then his voice rises to a shout. It's gone! All gone! The burning hammer, it's all gone! Flying into a panic, he searches frantically from one end of the dock to the other, leaping into the air, even peering down into the cracks. But no matter where he looks, there's nothing for him to find. It was right here a little while ago, like right here. I hear the sound of an engine revving outside. Mr. Yanagishita cries out in alarm. We can see a truck starting to pull away. Its bed is piled high with cardboard boxes and other assorted trash. Hey boss, is that? Yes, there it is! Oh my god. Mr. Yanagishita begins racing after the truck. My burning hammer! His voice cracks as he cries out. Give that back! Give it back! There's no match for a speeding truck, and boxes of burning hammer vanish before his eyes. Burning hammer! Come back! Come back! I'm trying not to yell. Yanagishita's wailing echoes from the surrounding buildings. It's like something out of a movie. What the hell? What's up with that truck? Tama, who the heck was that? Hey, don't look at me, I replied. Huh? With all those piles of stuff, it looked less like the recycling guy. As soon as he says it, revelation dawns on his face. The recycling guy, he mutters. I can see the color draining from his face. The word recycling guy gave me an idea. If it was him, maybe he thought he was picking up the Anagochis I missed. We have to find it. We have to find that truck. The man is absolutely beside himself. Chiri, Tama, you two split up and try to track it down. Wait, why do we have to look for it? Again, Chiri and I speak in... I missed that. If there's no sales demo, there's no money to pay you. And then all the work you've done will be for nothing. Right. When he puts it that way, I guess there isn't much of a choice. Somehow or another, we'll have to find that truck. It can't have gotten far, he continues. Now go hunt for it like your life depended on it. Chiri and I looked at each other and sighed. How do you want to do this, she asks. Want to search together or should we split up? Yaba. Split up? Let's go together. We should split up. We should split up. Chiri and I go our separate ways, searching for a truck full of junk. I make my way to Center Guy. I'm so focused on searching all over that I lose track of where I'm going, and I wind up bumping right into a man who's hurrying along with his daughter. Teruo and Hana Toyama. They came to the Center Guy to eat lunch. Before that, they were at Heaven Publishing in Shibuya 1 Chome. While wandering around distractedly, looking for somewhere cheap and tasty, Mr. Toyama bumped right into Tama. Oh, pardon me. I hop back to my feet and go to bow to the man in apology. Ow! He bows at the same time and we manage to bonk our heads together. Sorry! As her dad drops to his knees, clutching his head, the girl begins to wander off. What are you doing? Hey, Hana, wait! The man lurches to his feet and rushes after the girl. She seems like an odd kid, only 10 or so, but strangely cold and distant for her age. Nursing my own sore head, I make it all the way to Shibuya Station, but there's no sign of the truck. I'll probably never find it just by wandering around randomly. It's already 12:35. The sales demo starts in 25 minutes. I have serious doubts I'll be able to find a truck by then. What should I do? Bad end. Oh, Kiba. I understand. Is it keep out like a bad end or no? Nah. Hold on real quick. Okay, I'll do one more. I'm gonna do Achi. Oh man, I totally forgot he was with her. Achi and Hitomi scampered through the back roads along Center Guy, white sneakers and pumps slapping on the pavement. Achi kept his eyes peeled, continuously checking ahead and behind as they darted through the gaps between the buildings. Finally, they stopped in a narrow alley. There's no way he'll find us here, he said. No one knows about this place. He took another look around, then let out a sigh of relief. It seemed they'd managed to shake the gunman for now. Back when Achi was with SOS, he had come through Center Guy practically every day. The abbreviation for Studs of Shibuya. The name given to the group by Achi when he founded it. Originally just a bunch of like-minded young people hanging out together, it has since become known as a gang that picks fights around Shibuya. The gang has started out as little more than a group of local teens. They didn't do much in particular, just horsing around and killing time. What mattered was that they were having fun. But it wasn't long before it wasn't all fun and games. Achi couldn't help but notice the slobs who were making a mess of Shibuya, dirtying it all up. He wasn't about to let them get away with it. Most frequently, it was folks who tossed cigarette butts out on the street with plastered walls and graffiti. When they didn't respond to his more gentle warnings, he found slightly more forceful ways of getting his point across. SOS got a reputation. Street punks started trying to pick fights with his members. Those guys required a bit more force to handle. And when it came to the worst of the lot, the drug dealers, the muggers, the guy who tried to force himself on women, it was full-on battle, no holds barred. Before long, SOS had established itself as something of a vigilante corps. Soon it became known as one of the biggest gangs in Shibuya. Let's lay low here for a bit and see what happens, Achi said. The alley where they hid was like a dimly lit chasm, obscuring them from view. The only problem now was figuring out what to do next. They needed to find that blue van again, which meant figuring out the best way to get back to Dogenzaka without the man with the cane catching them once more. Ach, Hitomi whispered. I think I can handle myself from here. She got to her feet and gave Achi a deep bow. Whoa! Achi held up a hand. We've been over this already. You're not going to be okay. That guy has a gun. If he let her go up against that assassin alone, he might as well be the one to pull the trigger himself. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me, Hitomi continued, as if she hadn't heard him. She started to shuffle out of the alleyway. Hey, what did I just say? Really, Achi, I appreciate your concern, but I can't in good conscience put you in danger anymore. But, Achi tried to press the point, but Hitomi cut him off. There's no good reason for you to risk yourself to keep helping me. Her tone was resolute, but Achi was determined to help her anyway. He refused to back down. Achi knew she had a point, and he decided to back off. 多分ね。Why would he back off? I don't understand. There's no way. No way. No, refuse to back down. Still, Achi was determined to help her anyway. He refused to back down. Look, I want to help people who are in trouble. What's wrong about that? Huh? He locked eyes with Hitomi, willing her to understand. I'm not the most dependable guy, I know that. But still, Hitomi dropped her gaze, and Achi trailed off, feeling like an idiot. Oh, it's no use. I'm no use. He hung his head with a sigh. Just then, a bit of light shone into the alleyway from above. It looked like someone on the adjacent building upper floor had turned on their lights. Okay, so the red is jump, so let's do the building first. The Nokane building. This multi-tenant building has 7 floors, but a decade-old urban legend tells of a mysterious 13th floor. Huh? That makes no sense. See, a diet aid style amongst being held in one of the upper floors there. Yee! Tama? No. Oh, there you go. Someone. That is. Tama. Wait. Huh? Oh, is it the roaches? Maybe. The roaches. Is this the roach part? Again. The storeroom door opened with a rough grating sound. Okay, where's the light switch? I fumbled around in the dark, feeling for a switch box. My costume paws moved to sensations in my hands, even though that finding the... Okay. Okay, I batted at the wall willy-nilly until eventually the lights come on. Apparently I found the switch even if I didn't feel it. Whoa. What the heck is this? Oh, chotomate. Ne. Okay. Ne. Wait. Oh. Huh? I needed to act fast. Okay, no. Here. Maybe this one? I challenge it to single combat. I challenge it to a single combat. Oh, so cute. Ew, it's gross, it's flying. If the litter's aloft, please don't show it again. It's gunning for me, alright? Bracing myself, I step forward to confront it, which paradoxically helps calm my nerves. I get the sneaking suspicion that this isn't the first time I've done battle with one of these things. It's like I've trained myself to protect someone who's even more scared of them than I am. As I mull that over, the thing hovering in the air presses attack against me. Now's my chance. I snatch up a nearby piece of cardboard and swat at the creature. It sails out the window in a graceful arc, then flitters away into the world beyond. Phew, at least we parted on mutually acceptable terms. I didn't have to squash it or blast it with pesticide. Hefting the box labeled Anagochi, I scurry away from the graveyard of schlock merchandise. Now what? Phew, I made it. When I get back to the break room, Mr. Yanagista is still clenching Chidi's hands. And Ilsa tastes you when you salt bro too. Thank you, but tempura style is probably the best. Thank you. Well, Mr. Yanagista's spirits have certainly turned around. Okay, got it. I hold out the big cardboard box. Excellent, thank you. You girls are the greatest, Yanagista shouts. His voice resounds with gratitude. Hey, that's it. I just got an amazing idea. Why don't the three of us start our own business? I'll pass. Cheery and I respond in unison. Man, you two shot that one down quick. Well, for today, let's just focus on selling burning hammer. Mate. Oh, here. No? Oh, inai. Mada inai. Huh. Let's go together, maybe? 一緒に行きましょう. Let's go together. And so Chiri and I head out in search of the truck. As we make our way down As we make our way down Center Guy, peering in all directions, I accidentally bump right into a man who's out with his daughter. Oh, pardon me. I hope I didn't feel loud. Man, apology. How? But at the same time, man's brown hands look at us. Sorry. As her dad drops down to his knee, clenching his head, the girl begins to wander off. Hana, wait. The man comes through, and I'm not tense for age. Okay. As we make our way back down the road, Chiri's eyes light upon a cafe. Man, I am super hungry, she mutters. Not now, we have to find that truck. Yeah, I know. I stride purposely along, and though Chiri flashes the eatery a long, lingering look, she falls into step behind me. Keep out again. Chiri and I wander around town for another 10 minutes or so. Starbucks. We don't see any sign of the truck though. Ugh, I sigh. It really is good and gone, huh? I turned to look back at Chidi. Huh? Wait, what? Chidi's gone. She must have slipped away from me at some point. I take a quick look around, but there's no sign of her. When did she split off? She was just there 2 or 3 minutes ago. It's 2:35. The sales demo starts in 25 minutes. What do? I don't have time to go looking for Chidi. Guess I have to keep searching for the truck by myself then. But I have no clue. I have no clues to go on, so I don't know how I'm ever going to find it. What should I do? Keep out again? Mada keep out too. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm tired. I don't want to play anymore. Right. Okay. Alright, how do I save? Do I do it automatically? Yes. Okay. ということで、終わります。And okay, I'm gonna end there. Everyone, good night. 皆さん、またね。